Hello, ninth standard CBSE children. Have a good day. Have a nice day. I hope you are following the lessons that we have been discussing now. Today, we are going to deal with the same topic. Why do we fall ill? The last part of the lesson as part 5. Right? Here, we are discussing or dealing with the portion prevention and control measures to for the diseases and also principles of treatment. That is the side heading that we are going to do. என்னெல்லாம் சொல்லிருக்கேன்? Principles of treatment, principles of treatment and principles of prevention. ரெண்டு heading today's video we are going to learn. Right? In our textbook, it is given in page 184. What are the steps taken by your family when you fall sick? First, we will diagnose that we are having fever, or cold, like cough, that we are deciding. Yeah. So accordingly, have you ever thought why you sometimes feel better if you sleep for some time? When does treatment involve medicine? Sometimes if we have a slight headache, sometimes it will not, it will continue. We don't get that relief, is it not? So we have to go for any medications. And the madrina treatment nama chalrom. Based on what we have learned so far, it would appear that there are two ways to treat infectious diseases. One would be to reduce the effect of the disease and the other to kill the cause of the disease. First வந்து effect. Headache வந்து நிறைய கொஞ்சம் பொறுத்துக்கிறாப்புல இருந்ததுன்னா ஒரு மைல்டு ஒரு விக்ஸோ அமிர்தாஞ்சனோ தடவிண்டோன்னா சரியா போறதான்னு பார்க்குறோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ அதுதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் effect of the treatment. And other to kill the cause of the diseases. For the first, we can provide treatment that will reduce the symptoms. Symptoms are usually because of inflammation. For example, we can take medicines that bring down fever, reduce pain, or loose motion. Right? So, for example, we can take bed rest so that we can conserve our energy. Without training much, when we take bed rest and the tiredness, it will be go off. This will enable us to have more of it available to focus on healing. So, and the madri principles of treatment first we are going to do. The treatment of infectious disease consists of two steps. One is they are to reduce the effect of the disease, that is symptoms, and to kill the microbes which cause the disease. But to reduce the effect of the disease, this can be done by taking medicines to bring down the effect of the disease like fever, pain, or loose motion. And by taking bed rest to conserve our energy, what I read just now. Right? Then to kill the microbe, this can be done by taking suitable antibiotics and drugs which kills the microbe and the disease is cured. What is given to kill the microbe? It can be done by taking suitable antibiotics and drugs which kills the microbe and the disease is cured. So in our book it is given the symptom directed treatment by itself will not make the infecting microbe go away and the disease will not be cured. So we need to be able to kill off the microbes. So how do we kill the microbes? One way is to use medicines that kill microbes. And we have seen earlier that microbes can be classified into different categories as bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoan and worms. So accordingly, the infection whether it is viral, bacterial, fungi or fungi or protozoa worms பார்க்கணும். So each of these groups of organism will have some essential biochemical life process. Will have some essential biochemical life process which is peculiar to that group and not shared with other group. For example, viruses, there are 100 different viruses. Bacteria, there are many examples. At the same time, when these viruses and bacteria, when they are infected, it will multiply fast. Whereas protozoans and any worms, when it is infecting, its growth is very slow. And at the same time, the protozoans oda idellathiyum we can kill or we can stop the developmental stages. And the madhira we have to do it. Okay. So these pathways will not be used by us either. Example, our cells make new substances by mechanism different from that used to by bacteria. Now we will come across two terms, antigen and antibodies. So we have to find a drug that blocks bacterial synthesis pathway without affecting our own. So when virus is infected and the viral life cycle mattumda, pathogenic life cycle should be killed, should be disturbed, should be destroyed without affecting our biological system. Same way with reference to bacteria. That is the principle. We have to check it. Similarly, there are drugs that kill protozoa such as malarial parasite. Malarial parasite can normally quinine and taken from the bark of cinchona tree. So one reason why making antiviral medicine is harder than making antibacterial medicine is that viruses have few biochemical mechanism of their own. That the antibiotics cannot be given for viral diseases. Virus are having the characteristic feature as they are living only within the living cells. When they are outside, they are non-living. So it has no definite way of leading machinery, the functioning of vital activity. It is not similar to that of other organism, other infectious agents as bacteria, fungi or protozoans. So there is no antibiotic possible for viral diseases, whereas bacterial diseases antibiotic can be given. That's what's given, page 185. One reason why making antiviral medicine is harder than making antibacterial medicine is that viruses have few biochemical mechanisms of their own. They enter our cells and use our machinery for their life processes. This means that there are relatively few virus-specific targets to aim at. Despite this limitation, there are now effective antiviral drugs. For example, the drugs that keep the HIV infection under control. So this is for the principle. Now we are following the principles of prevention. First, principles of treatment. அடுத்தது principles of prevention. There are two ways of prevention of infectious diseases. They are general and specific ways. General way, public hygiene is most important for prevention of infectious diseases. I repeat, public hygiene is most important for prevention of infectious diseases. And proper and sufficient food for everyone will make people healthy to resist infection. Public hygiene is most important for prevention of infectious diseases, and proper and sufficient food for everyone will make people healthy to resist infection. Airborne disease can be prevented by living in conditions that are not crowded. Waterborne disease can be prevented by providing safe drinking water, and vector-borne disease can be prevented by providing clean environment. Airborne living conditions that are not crowded. Waterborne வந்து providing safe and clean drinking water, and vector-borne வந்து they can be prevented by providing clean environment. I hope you understand. The next one, specific ways of prevention. என்ன சொல்றது? The specific ways to prevent infectious disease is immunization by taking vaccines. I repeat, specific ways to prevent infectious disease is immunization by taking vaccines. What are vaccines? Vaccines provide immunity from infectious diseases like tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, and polio. What are the diseases? Infectious diseases like tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, and polio. Our body has an immune system which fights microbial infection. When this system first sees an infectious microbe, it kills the microbe and remembers it. For example, suppose a person is suffering from chickenpox for the first time. That is one of the pox were viral diseases. So when the immune system is seeing for the first time this chickenpox virus, it kills it and the person is getting cured. Same time, after 4 or 5 months or after a year, when this chickenpox is affecting the same person, he will not be affected because the immune system will remember the microbe and it will kill it. It will not allow the microbe chickenpox virus to enter into the body. That is why our body has an immune system which fights microbial infection. When this system first sees an infectious microbe, it kills the microbe and remembers it. Okay. Then so if the microbe enters the body next time, it responds more vigorously. And vaccine mimic the infectious microbe and strengthen our immune system and protects the body from infectious diseases. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is specific way of prevention. சரியா? அதுல first immunization வந்து ரொம்ப important. நம்ம bookல கொஞ்சம் தான் கொடுத்திருக்கு. So that you will add all these points. இதெல்லாம் நான் வந்து டெஸ்ட்டுக்கு கேட்பேன். Okay. So immunization is immunity. Immunity is the body's defense against or the specific resistance exhibited towards infectious organism. I repeat, immunity is the body's defense against or specific resistance exhibited towards infectious organisms. Infectious organisms that invade the body, attacking the body, the toxins produced by them, the poisonous substance produced by them, and the foreign protein that enter the body are called antigens. I hope you understand. So, for example, chickenpox virus virus when it enters our body, invading the body, the toxins produced by them, the virus will produce the poisonous substance, that is toxin, and the foreign protein. Adula protein idu foreign protein that enter the body. This is called antigen. Now the immune system, which includes blood plasma, lymphocytes, analyze the chemical nature of the antigens. இப்போ உள்ள போனோடனே இந்த பிளட்ல உள்ள WBC இருக்குல்லையா, அது யாரோ ஒரு புது ஆள் உள்ள வந்திருக்கு, அதை நம்ம விடப்படாது. இட் ஷுட் நாட் ஹார்ம் த functioning of the body அப்படின்னுட்டு. So the immune system எதெல்லாம்னாக்க blood plasma, lymph and lymphocytes analyze the chemical nature of the antigen and produce suitable proteinaceous substance called antibodies to detoxify the antigens or to kill the antigens in order to develop immunity. So I repeat, the immune system, which includes blood plasma, lymph and lymphocytes, analyze the chemical nature of the antigens and produce suitable proteinaceous substances called antibodies to detoxify the antigens or to kill the antigens in order to develop immunity. Okay, so from this immunization, like immunity heading, you should know the definition or what are antigens and antibodies. Right? Now the types of immunity, it is as natural or innate immunity and acquired or specific immunity. Actually, by birth, நம்ம பிறக்கிறதே சில நமக்கு immune system வந்து strong இருக்கும், strengthen ஆயிருக்கும். So அது வந்து natural or innate immunity. So the natural or innate immunity enables the individual to develop resistance to disease to which the particular species is immune. நம்ம வந்து எவ்வளவு குளிர்ந்தாலும் if you are able to withstand, அது வந்து நம்மளோட immunity. எவ்வளவு ஹாட்டாக இருந்தாலும் அந்த ஹாட் climate if you are able to withstand, then that is our immunity. Okay, so acquired immunity, the resistance against some infectious disease developed by an individual during lifetime on exposure to infection is called acquired or specific immunity. The acquired or specific immunity is of two kinds: active acquired immunity and passive acquired immunity. That when we are able to develop our own resistance to diseases, that is natural immunity. Natural immunity is also known as innate immunity. Whereas when we are developing after birth of our during our lifetime and exposure to infection, அதான் ஒன்று சொன்னோம்ல, சிக்கன் பாக்ஸ் ஒரு தடவை வந்தாச்சுன்னா அடுத்தது வராது. அந்த மாதிரி resistance against some infectious diseases developed by an individual during lifetime on exposure to infections is called acquired or specific immunity. I hope you are able to follow this. So the acquired or specific immunity is of two kinds: active acquired immunity and passive acquired immunity. I hope you are following this. So the immunization வந்து ரொம்ப important, where you need to learn the definition what is immunity. Immunity is the body's defense against or specific resistance exhibited towards infectious organisms. And what are antigen and antibody? Along infectious organisms that invade the body, the toxins produced by them, and the foreign proteins that enter the body are called antigens. The immune system, which includes blood plasma, lymph and lymphocytes, analyze the chemical nature of the antigen and produce suitable proteinaceous substance called antibodies, and that will detoxify the antigens or to kill the antigen in order to develop immunity. சரியா? So இதுல மூணு short answer: immunity definition, antigen and antibodies. What are antigen and antibodies? And then what are the two types of immunity as natural or innate immunity and acquired or specific immunity? I hope you are able to follow this. ஒரு second go through பண்ண இந்த definition: immunity, antigen, antibody, types of immunity as natural or innate and acquired or specific immunity. இன்னும் 2 செகண்ட் இருக்கு, go through பண்ண. இது ரொம்ப 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 இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஓகே, as are you clear? So we go to next as immunization. According to நம்ம புக்ல இல்லை, ஆனா இதுல உனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். சரியா? So immunization, administering vaccine to prevent the disease is called immunization. Administering vaccines to prevent the disease is called immunization. And the process of immunization develops artificially active acquired immunity, and it is through the inoculation is a mass means of protecting a greater number of people against spread of disease. Inoculation injecting the vaccine. So the immunization schedule indicates the stages at which vaccination and inoculation have to be given to safeguard children against different diseases. The table given below lists the names of vaccines and the dosage and the stage at which they have to be administered. First one, the BCG vaccine. It is called tuberculosis vaccine. BCG, Bacillus calamine and guarine. Bacillus calamine and guarine. That is BCG vaccine is for tuberculosis vaccine. Next, DPT, diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus vaccine. DPT, diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus vaccine. Pertussis வந்து நம்ம கக்குவா நிர்மல்னு குழந்தைகளுக்கு வர விடாம இருமிண்டே இருக்கும். அதான் pertussis. Whooping coughனு முன்னாடி சொல்லுவோம். Right? So diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus vaccine, it is normally called triple antigen. DPT normally called triple antigen. சரியா? And then MMR, the BCG MMR ரொம்ப important படிச்சுக்கோ. Mumps, measles and rubella, it's a viral disease. Mumps, measles and rubella. Mumps வந்து inflammation of the parotid gland. எங்க இருக்கு? Parotid gland is a salivary gland. There are 3 pairs of salivary gland படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? Parotid in the cheek, sublingual and submandible படிச்சிருக்கோம் இல்லையா? அதுல the parotid gland, when it is infected by this mumps virus, it gets swelling, it is inflated. So அதுக்கும் vaccine இருக்கு. So mumps, measles and rubella virus, they are called MMR virus. Then DT, diphtheria and tetanus as dual antigen. Diphtheria and tetanus as dual antigen. Then last one, the TT, tetanus toxoid. The normal TT nu சொல்லுவா, tetanus toxoid. அதாவது எந்த அடிபட்டாலும் ஆக்சிடென்ட்டாவோ இல்லைன்னா தெரியாமல் இடித்தாலோ நம்ம உடனே டிடி போட்டுருணும். ஏன்னா it will prevent any of the infectious agents to enter. I hope you are following. So these are the common vaccine used for BCG, tuberculosis vaccine, DPT, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus vaccine, normally called triple antigen, MMR, mumps, measles and rubella, DT, diphtheria and tetanus, it's called dual antigen, and TT, it is tetanus toxoid. I hope you could follow this. Now this is a table where immunization schedule is followed in India. This I am not going to read out, you should just understand. Age group வந்து newbornல இருந்து 16th year வரைக்கும். Age group என்னெல்லாம்? Newborn 15 days, 6th week, 10th week, 14th, 9 to 12 months, 18 to 24 months, 15 months to 2 years, then 2 to 3 years, 4 to 6 years, 10th year and 16th year. என்னெல்லாம் போடணும்? Vaccine வந்து இந்த டேபிள் வந்து vaccine. What are all? BCG, oral polio. Oral polio na இந்த குழந்தைகளுக்கெல்லாம் போலியோ மருந்து சொட்டு மருந்து சொல்றால அதுதான் oral polio. ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா அந்த வேக்சின் வாயில விடுறால அதுதான் oral polio. Then DPT and polio. DPT என்ன சொல்லியிருக்கேன்? Diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. இல்லையா? So first dose வந்து DPT polio, second dose வந்து 10th week, third dose வந்து 14th week. So இது வந்து ரொம்ப important. I hope you are able to follow. The 9 to 12 monthsல measlesக்கு vaccine போடுறோம் first dose. அப்புறம் வந்து DPT and polio again it's called first booster. அதே மாதிரி பொண்ணுன்னா you have to understand. நான் வந்து இதுல இந்த மெயினா என்ன வேக்சின் ஒரு இதுதான் கேட்பேன். எந்த ஏஜ் குரூப்புக்கு வேக்சின் கேட்பேன். That you should don't by heart, just go through and understand the heading. I hope you are able to follow this. So this schedule you just go through. The next one, just certain question answers I already given in the question bank. This alone you just follow. Before that, நம்ம bookல வந்து principles of prevention வந்து prevention is better than cure. அதனால முதல்லயே நம்ம precaution ஹெல்த்தை மெயின்டைன் பண்ணணும். ஹெல்த் இஸ் வெல்த்ங்கிறத மெயின்டைன் பண்ணிட்டு we have to keep our body healthy. அண்ட் அதில் வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் there are general ways நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி சொல்லியாச்சு. அதில் வந்து public hygiene is the basic key to prevention of infectious disease. First வந்து public hygiene. சரியா? In addition to this issues that relate to environment, there are some general principles to prevent infectious diseases. நம்ம page 185 இருக்கு. To appreciate this principle, we have to normally face with the infection every day. If someone is suffering from cold and cough in the class, it's likely that children sitting around will be exposed to infection. So, but all of them do not actually suffer from these diseases. So, because they may develop immune system strengthened. So, because immune system of the body is normally fighting off microbes. These are normally fighting off microbes. So we have cells that specialize in killing infecting microbes. These cells go into action each time infecting microbes enter the body. If they are successful, we do not actually come down with any disease. I hope you understand. Then the immune cells manage to kill the infection long before it assumes major proportion. As we noted, the number of infecting microbes is controlled. The manifestation will also be minor. So the second basic principle of prevention of infectious disease is availability of proper and sufficient food for everyone. First basic key வந்து public hygiene. Second வந்து second basic principle of prevention of infectious disease is the availability of proper and sufficient food for everyone. I hope you are able to follow this. And then these are the general ways preventing infection. Specific way நம்ம பார்த்தாச்சு இல்லையா? அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து we should check for epidemic, endemic and pandemic diseases, spread of the disease that we have to check it out, right? So நம்ம textbookல page 186ல immunization பத்தி ஒரு பிரீஃபா தான் கொடுத்திருக்கு. But you should know in detail. அதுதான் நான் இந்த லெசன்ல கவர் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். I hope you are able to follow this. So now question பாரு. Why are we normally advised to take bland and nourishing food when we are sick? When we are sick, or fever இருக்கிறதோ இல்லைன்னா ஏதாவது டிசீஸ் இருந்தால் நார்மலாக we should not take full meals. Especially ரொம்ப காரமாக உள்ள சாம்பார் ரசம்லாம் எடுக்கக்கூடாது. Why? Because our organ system will not function normally இல்லையா? ஸோ அந்த சிஸ்டத்தை டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணாமல் மைல்டாக அந்த நமக்கு எவ்வளவு தூரம் லைட் ஃபுட் ஈஸி டைஜஷனாக எடுக்க முடியுமோ அந்த மாதிரி we have to take food. So when we fall sick, one or more organ system do not function normally. As a result, we lose appetite and we do not have proper digestion and absorption of food. And sickness makes us weak. Okay, so therefore we are advised to take bland and nourishing food during sickness. Such a food is easily digested and replenish our lost vitamins, minerals and other nutrients along with the energy. I hope you follow this. Then what are the different means by which infectious diseases are spread? Already nama book la irukku, that you will refer to, and also to the question bank. What precautions can you take in your school to reduce the incidence of infectious disease? அது வந்து ஒரு general awareness. We will keep our place clean, surrounding clean, hygienic condition நம்ம வச்சிருப்போம். Then immunization, the previous presentation la sollirken, immunization schedule, adha vandu you should know. Okay, then what are the immunization program available at nearest health center in your locality? Adha vandu nama panchayatho, town, as I said earlier, town no, village, town and city naka panchayatlayo, municipality corporation layo you have to go and find out. But appala nama போறது கிடையாது. But normally the polio drops வந்து அதை கொடுக்குறா. இப்போ வந்து லாஸ்ட் இயர் அந்த நிலவேம்பு குடிநீர் குடிச்சோம்ல, அது இப்போ வந்து கபசுர குடிநீர், கொரோனா வைரஸ்க்காக now we are taking கபசுர குடிநீர் இல்லையா. ஸோ அதெல்லாம் the way of protecting from the diseases. I hope you are able to follow this. The next one, just for general questions you should know. Expand the following. PPIP, that is Pulse Polio Immunization Program. PPIP na Pulse Polio Immunization Program. OPV, Oral Polio Vaccine. And NID is National Immunization Days. Example, 4 NIDs for PPP. Pulse Polio Program ku vandu 4 immunization days varanam. Adha National Immunization Days. Okay, what is correct? A person strolling in the lawn, strolling na walking slowly, of his house, relaxing and doing exercise. Walking slowly, adha strolling. Wearing socks and full sleeves at night will prevent attack from dengue. Then regular use of ORS, that is oral rehydration solution, cures diarrhea. Oral rehydration solution, ORS. சரியா? அதில் strolling is no exercise as a person moves slowly. முள்ள நடந்தால் அது வந்து எக்ஸசைஸ் கிடையாது. It is a way of relaxation where stress and strain can be relieved. It is a way of relaxation where stress and strain can be relieved. And no dengue is caused by the bite of Aedes aegypti mosquito, which is active only during daytime. So night la kadicha no dengue fever will come. Okay, then regular use of ORS cures diarrhea. Yes, oral rehydration solution prevents dehydration. Diarrhea is generally cured automatically after 1 to 2 days because it is mostly viral infection. So in the madri or a general question will be asked that you should know. So finally we can see that general principle, many vaccines are now available for preventing the whole range of infectious disease and provide disease specific means of prevention. There are vaccine again, nama ekne padichachi nama book la 186 la irukku last la. There are vaccines against tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, adha pertussis, whooping cough, measles, polio and many others. These form the public health program of childhood immunization by preventing infectious diseases. Okay, so of course such a program can be useful only if health measures are available to all the children. So that way we have to follow this immunization schedule. I hope you could understand this. Huh? Next one, definition for epidemic. You should know the definition for antibiotic, a substance produced by bacteria or fungi that destroys or prevents the growth of infectious or disease-causing organism. An immunization process of inducing immunity by administering vaccine to allow immune system to prevent infection or illness when it subsequently encounters the infectious agents. Then, vaccine is a preparation of weakened or killed pathogen or a portion of pathogen structure that upon administration stimulates the immune system to fight against the pathogen, but it is incapable of causing severe infection. I hope you understand this. So, adhe mari, question. Penicillin is not effective against common cold. Why in question? Penicillin is not effective against common cold. Cold is a viral disease and antibiotics are not effective in preventing viral disease. Penicillin is an antibiotic. So cold will not cold is a viral disease and antibiotics are not effective for this preventing viral disease. And mari or chinna general questions la you should know. Seriya? And mari making antiviral medicine is harder than making antibacterial medicine. Explain the statement. Then what are the limitations that hinder the approach to deal with infectious diseases? Okay, and then prevention is better than cure. Justify the statement with 3 reasons. நம்ம 3 principles இருக்கு நம்ம bookல. அதை வந்து go through பண்ணு. சரியா? So state the principle of immunization. Name the 2 diseases which vaccine is available. Plus நம்ம textbookல உள்ள questions எல்லாம் உனக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். I hope you understand. Then one more. While going abroad, why is it essential to get vaccinated against certain diseases? I repeat the question. While going abroad, why is it essential to get vaccinated against certain diseases? A person may be a person may be a carrier of a disease and such person can carry the disease to a foreign country. And name a vaccine which saves life of baby. Another DPT. Enala DPT. Diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. DPT, diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. Pertussis otherwise known as whooping cough. Sharia? And then a person suffering from chest pain. Ketuko nanna. A person suffering from chest pain, breathlessness, loss of body weight, persistent cough and produces blood-stained sputum. Sputum is chali. Name the disease. Another, that is tuberculosis. Okay, that is tuberculosis. Then one more. A person was bitten by a stray dog. Stray dog na teranai. After some days, his nature gets irritated. He started fearing water. Name the disease. Fearing of water is called hydrophobia. Thaniya paathu baya. Name the disease. The disease rabies. Bite of a dog is a viral disease, rabies. Sharia? And anti-rabies vaccine is nowadays available. முன்னாடில available கிடையாது. The வயித்துல தொப்புளை சுத்தி 16 ஊசி போடணும் அந்த காலத்துலலாம் சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தா. But nowadays rabies anti-rabies virus vaccine is available. Then compulsory immunization of pet dog with the anti-rabies vaccine is available with the local authority. Local authority nale you should know panchayatho, municipality, the corporation, no, they are called local authorities. I hope you are able to follow this. So cholera, another question. Cholera is spread through water, pneumonia, air, malaria, vector, fungal infection is any psoriasis, chori chiranga padailam சொல்லுவல்ல அதுதான் infection. I hope you are able to follow this. In the madri, the disease related other than the textbook content, disease related other questions will also be asked in this lesson. Why do we fall ill? So with this we conclude the lesson. Why do we fall ill? With 5 videos. Video number 8A நினைக்கிறேன் 8A check பண்ணிக்கோ 9, 10, 11 and 12 as part 1, 2, 3 and 5. As I said, it is a lengthy lesson. I hope you could understand. பொறுமையா நிதானமா go through பண்ணு. நான் இதுக்கு ஆல்ரெடி ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டி கொடுத்துருக்கேன். இப்போ வந்து இன்னும் ஒன்று you can do easier. This immunization schedule. உங்கள் வீட்டில் ஃபேமிலி மெம்பரில் குழந்தைகள் யாரும் இருந்தால் அவளுக்கு இது வரைக்கும் என்னென்ன இம்யூனைசேஷன் ஷெட்யூல் படி என்னென்ன டோசேஜ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்கிறதையும் நீ வந்து ஒரு ஆக்டிவிட்டியாக டேப்லெட் காலம் ரெடி பண்ணலாம். I hope you could understand. So we'll continue in the next video session. Thank you. We'll continue the next session. Thank you.